Welcome back. You're watching BT. For your business news now, Mike Eppel standing by, and he's got a little treat for our viewers, which he told us about yesterday. Good morning, Mike.
Yeah, very well. Less expensive gas prices.
That's a treat.
Not totally inexpensive or anything but like that, but we are looking at the lowest price this morning, Melanie, that we've seen since late January. Just shy of $1.52 a liter on the peak price through the GTA and Southern Ontario. So shop around because you might be able to find it even less expensive than that in some locales. Later in the day, the price actually starts to drift lower, and then it pops right back up around midnight. Trying to see how much further this has to go. What's happened here, Melanie, is the price for oil is down this morning to about $88 a barrel. It dropped 9% for the month of August. It's actually been down 3 months in a row. The wholesale refined price for gasoline, which is the benchmark that you can use for figuring out where retail prices are going, well, it's down again this morning by another 3% to $2.35 per gallon U.S. And it looks like if you take that as your indicator going forward, we could see even less expensive gas prices over the next couple of days going into the Labor Day weekend, if you can believe it. So that's the Fearless forecast. I'm thinking it might drop a little bit further from where it is even this morning.
We'll take whatever we can get, Mike, honestly.
Well, look, the refineries have been able to keep pace. We are going to get into it's September, so we'll have the seasonal changeover, the winter blends. It's still a little ways away, but once that happens, then we'll probably see a little bit of an uptrend. But in the short term, at least, prices are less expensive.
Okay, let's talk about what's more expensive, this luxury tax. Let's break this down.
I'd forgotten about this. It's taking effect as of today, a luxury tax that the Fed's brought in the budget a few months back. And this is on cars priced above $100,000, boats and other luxury goods that, anywhere in the six-figure category for pricing could slap an extra 10 to 20% surtax on some of these things. Finance Minister Chrysler Freeland speaking about it yesterday, just in advance of it taking effect today, saying, look, it's money that's probably they're probably going to generate about $160 million, best guess, for federal revenues. And she's justifying it, saying, look, they spent a lot of money during the pandemic and need extra revenues. You could, though, argue that, again, it's another inflationary hit, if you will. Again, luxury priced items. But as a potential dent to the economy. And, are there ways of getting around it? Oh, probably. And the other thing is, how do you, it's just another thing that businesses have to deal with from a taxation standpoint. Could hear some grumbling about it. And does it really bring in all that much revenue? Not really. What's the larger driver for government revenue right now? The energy market. Talked about the budget surplus in Alberta yesterday and how that's also affecting, in a positive way, the money from the energy sector to the federal government's revenue base.
Finally, Mike, looking at the markets, we're just going to put a bow on the month of August. Look ahead to September.
Just close the books on August, actually. I don't know if it's because it wasn't exactly a gift considering
no, it wasn't.
The markets were down for August, which is typically a kind of a quiet month. And the big issue over the past couple of weeks has been what will September bring for interest rates. And next week we'll have the Bank of Canada raising interest rates, European Central Bank doing the same. Later in the month, the Federal Reserve in the United States. And the fight against inflation, that has just been the big concern here, which has led to a 4-day slide and counting for the Toronto and New York stock markets. I'm looking at this morning, the Dow futures down another couple of hundred points, and another worry out of China, which is looking at a COVID crackdown on one of its major cities, a population base of something like 21 million people. And the computer chip stocks are down this morning, Melanie, because we've talked about this time and time again about the supply chain out of China related to COVID and specifically hitting the technology sector. Seeing a little bit more of that this morning. Nvidia's down by, I think, 6.5% at last check, and some of the other computer chip stocks are down in the early trade.
Hey, Mike, did you watch any of the tennis last night, by any chance?
I did not. I was watching the Blue Jays.
Well, there you go. Don't worry. And Carolyn Cameron, she was hanging out over there, and we're going to get you all the updates on what happened with Serena.
Awesome.
Okay?
Very good.
All right, talk to you again tomorrow on Friday.
Thank you.